Hey everybody, welcome back to Dicing with Death. So, does anything murder me in the night while I sleep? Or does Winnie get startled by the approach of the scorpions?
And stampedes you to death.
Oh no, Winnie! She could.
An uneventful night.
Okay.
You wake up the following morning.
Alright. Stretch out all my things, clear up my campsite, head back down that trail, and meet up with the main road and head north, keeping my eyes peeled for a supply depot.
Ooh. So you're just splitting town.
I'm splitting town. I'm sure there's a lot of fun things to do in this mining town, and I'm going to come back to this mining town. Because there's a lot going on here. You put a lot of detail into this town, so I know that there's fun things in here to do. But I gotta catch these banditos before I run out of money.
Well then. Alright, you start heading back down the gravel path towards the main road.
Mm-hmm.
Squint as the sun rises over the mountains in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess let's roll some more things. Ooh.
God, I only have 4 bolts left for my crossbow after shooting them at those dogs for hours.
Got some experience. Was it worth it?
Should have picked up my bolts. I was trying to be cool and like not collect my ammunition after firing it, and now I'm just like out of ammunition.
Yeah. Can you describe your marching order party? Or at least how you're going? I mean, you got your crossbow handy and loaded. Are you on high alert? Are you just...
No. I'm going through open desert, right? So there's going to be a supply depot somewhere, which I figure I can see from a good ways off. So Roy's probably fairly relaxed as he's riding, keeping his eyes out for anything that might be around, because he knows that this is the prime territory of Bad Bradley Bronson and Furious Tate. I know they're around here somewhere. And there's also the supply depot and these other guys, so there's danger around, but I figure I can see it coming, so I take a fairly relaxed view while still, keeping my eyes peeled.
Yeah. I think nobody surprises anyone as you're riding past a boulder. You catch something out of the corner of your eye just as you hear a wow wow.
Oh shit! And go for a whip immediately.
Yeah. You look up to see a large cat standing atop the boulder. Little tufted by its ears, few spots, and it's got a claw reared and fangs bared. It hasn't leaped at you or anything, so
Mountain lion versus a 5 HP fighter with a whip?
It doesn't look like the chupacabra you fought, so you're not sure what this thing is.
Hey there, girl. Hey. Roy's not keen on fighting any cats that he doesn't have to. I mean, this is a possible experience mine, but I gotta go from the role-playing aspect and not the character wanting to be level, or the player wanting to be level 2, so I will keep an eye on it, kind of keep my whip at the ready, and I guess as a ready to attack and kind of ease on Winnie. Come on, Winnie, keep going. Don't let the bobcat get you.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, a bobcat.
Yeah.
You two stare each other down as you sort of circle strafe away.
Ooh, gotta leave this thing.
Successfully avoid this encounter.
Yeah. That was a good bobcat noise, Ryan.
Thank you. I may not be a good DM, but I'm great at coming up with names and making weird animal sounds. So I've got some of the details right. And it's the details that make the world, right?
It really is. Wish I could come up with names. You do.
Yeah. Screw campaign prep. Just get a good bobcat noise in every once in a while, and full on immersion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you make your way down the gravel trail, meet up with this main road that travels left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Where to?
Main road travels left and. Oh wait, so I haven't hit the main road yet.
You do reach the main road.
Right. This is me first reaching the main road after leaving the mining camp.
Yeah. So that,
Okay.
that
Oh,
bobcat
then I head left, which should be northward.
Yeah, maybe I should have hidden the map to simulate Roy's poor intelligence or something.
I didn't even look at the map. Is the map up? I thought it was still on
I think
the.
so.
Oh,
right?
it's totally up. I was tabbed to a different window.
Well, you passed the test.
Yes.
You go the right direction. You don't.
I go the left direction. Those jokes will never get old. 30 years of making left and right jokes. They're still amusing.
Yeah, I don't think anyone remembers anything about. Well, I remember details about that campaign, but no one gave a fuck about that campaign other than
The righteous path. I remember literally nothing other than always take the righteous path. And for years, that joke has persisted. And now Lauren makes righteous path jokes to me after having explained it to her.
Oh my goodness. What's there to explain if you can't even remember?
I don't remember the context of this, but the righteous path will always be the right way.
Interesting.
It's on par with this is not the campfire experience I was hoping for. I swear, guys, we're not crazy. These are just 20-year-old inside jokes that we're talking about here. Please ignore us.
Yeah, we could film at some point, but this is not story time.
No.
So as you're heading down the road, you spot in the midst of the desert. Sorry, I moved your horse so I could draw some things.
Mm-hmm.
A small copse of trees, kind of off the path.
Copse of trees.
Yeah,
A thicket of small trees or shrubs. A coppice.
I think it's pronounced copse, but
Yeah. Yeah. But then it has the plural is OPPICE. I don't know.
okay. But a single copse is many trees.
Okay. I don't know. I know nothing. My vocabulary is more poor than it ought to be.
Yeah, given your upbringing and profession, you should really work on that vocabulary, sir.
Yeah, my linguistics are bad. I've always been bad at spelling and thinking of words to express the thoughts in my mind.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so do you pay this? It's off the main road. Just a little ways, but you do find it peculiar that in this desert there would be a small green spot.
It is peculiar. There must be oasis there or something, I think. And I only have a few water skins. So this is actually a great place to fill up my water skins and rest Winnie if there's an oasis here, which Roy is hoping there is since there's a copse of trees. So I'll head over there and pray that there's an oasis.
Yeah. It's also about lunchtime, so this would seem a good point for a break.
Okay. Then we will do all these things.
All right. You go sort of down a little hill amongst the trees, large sagging willows with leaves wafting gently in the breeze. You go a little ways into the thick of it, and you find a small creek flowing through the center of the copse.
I lead Winnie to it and desaddle her, give her a quick rub down, let her drink up while I fill my water skins and break for lunch.
Yeah. Give me, I don't know, you want to kill some time? Describe your lunch experience, or?
Yeah. Roy's having dried fruits on some hardtack bread with a little bit of beef jerky. It's delicious. Hopefully the dried fruits will even out all the jerky and hardtack, and let's not actually finish that sentence. It'll be good. So he'll feed Winnie whatever oats that she's got on her back, and then kick back and relax for a moment. Make sure the water skins are filled. And tie up Winnie a little bit so that she doesn't get lost or wander away. And then kind of walk up and down the creek a little ways to the end of the copse if it's not too far.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's like no more than 100 feet.
It's about that, maybe a little more than 100 feet.
That's fine.
Which way do you walk first? Left or right?
Right towards the road first.
Well, it runs lengthwise along the road.
Then left towards the way that I've come from. No, right towards the way that I'm headed first, and then I'll come back and go left. Go towards the way that I came from.
Yeah. Yeah. So you at the top, sort of at the northernmost point of the glade, there's a small spring that is the source of this creek. There's a little pool by the spring, some rocks scattered around, willows drape around. All in all, a beautiful and serene sight. But very, very lonely and tranquil.
All right, well then I'll just go after lunch, pack up Winnie, put her saddle back on, get all the things ready to go, and keep heading north.
Yeah. The hairs on the back of your neck sort of standing on end. Something seems eerie about this place, but can't quite put it into words, and you don't see anything amiss, so I think you continue on your journey.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, you water and feed Winnie.
Water, feed Winnie, feed myself, saddle her back up, and keep heading northward.
Sounds good. All right. A little past midday. And on goes the Winnie. All right. As you're riding down the road, mid-afternoon, roll me a perception check.
All right. 20 plus 10. 20. Ooh, one shy.
Yeah. Fortunately, nothing dangerous. But you are surprised to see another traveler along these roads. You only spot him. Oh God, where was that encounter distance? Just so I got it handy. But at a reasonably close distance, you spot a man atop a donkey trotting towards you.
All right. Does he look like he has any weapons or armor?
No armor. No obvious weapons that you can see with that perception check.
Hmm. All right,
He's got a
so
big wide hat, and let's see if he is within hat tipping distance or what. Counter distance. $5d10 times 10. I'll just roll that and roll 20. All right, 300 feet. So I guess that's not too close. You're not in hat tipping distance quite yet.
okay.
From this distance, you see no weapons. Looks like a large man atop a donkey.
All right, I'll keep riding towards him. I don't want to be seen loading my crossbow. That would be very suspicious. So I'll just keep riding, but I'll like ride with my left hand and keep my right hand on my side near my whip. No, my lasso. Because he's on a donkey, I'm on a horse. If I lasso him, I could tie the lasso to the saddle and take off and unseat him. It's a thing that my lasso can do. So I'll keep my hand near my lasso as I trot on down the road towards him.
He trots towards you. Doesn't say anything.
When I get within maybe 50 feet or so, I'll give him a tip of the hat and call out, "Howdy, partner."
Do you stop or do you keep going?
Yeah, I'll stop in the road.
Howdy. He keeps gently trotting. He gets within about 30 feet and tips his own hat.
How far till the supply depot?
Another 10 miles. You point that away.
That's northward, right?
Mm-hmm. He stops about 30 feet from you.
Okay. Thank you. They got a warm bed there, or warm food? Any sort of rest spot?
No beds. Well, might be able to buy a bedroll. There's food. Wouldn't count on it being warm.
This guy doesn't have any scars on his face, does he?
He does not.
Okay.
He's got a
Any
fat,
word on
squished face and
any word on Furious Tate or Bad Bradley Bronson?
not in a couple of weeks, to my knowledge.
Good. Way
Safe travels from here to Figueroa, at least for me.
Very well then. Have a good day, partner. And I keep going.
He nods and passes you. His saddlebags are large and heavy, and you see a few tools jutting out, like a pick sticking out of a bag.
Right. Okay, I'll leave it be. This doesn't look like Tommy Lee. Or Lawrence, because he's got no scar and he's got a fat face, so he can't be either one of them. So I don't think I've got anything else to say to this guy. I'll keep on going another 10 miles to the supply depot and inquire there about a pair of fellers.
All right. Continue on. Let's see here. All right. Roll a perception check.
Ooh, 17.
No. And you are, in fact, surprised to be accosted by two people. They come running down the road hysterically. Like, "Sir, help! Help! Have you seen a boy come this way?"
There's a man on a donkey.
None. No, our child. Yeah, this is a man and a woman.
I'm certainly sorry. I have not.
A boy, our little Johnny, about 10 years old.
Little Johnny, 10 years old. I haven't seen any such boy. Wait, is he lost? He run away? He kidnapped? What's the situation?
He's been missing. Going on 4 days now.
4 days in the desert without water. That is not a good sign. Little Johnny, did you say his name was?
They nod.
Where are you fellows from? I say, looking to see if there's like a campsite or civilization anywhere nearby.
Our homestead's that away. They point west into the desert.
I'm real sorry, ma'am, sir. But 4 days in the desert without water might be time to make a new boy.
Shh. You don't listen to him, Edith. The man puts his arm around the woman. Johnny's a smart boy.
There's a copse of trees a while back with some water. I recently was there, but didn't see no boy. Maybe he made his way there, got some to drink, followed that creek wherever it goes.
Yeah, the cops.
I mean, if he was going to survive, that'd be the only way he could do it, unless there's a watering hole the other direction.
Johnny's a smart boy. I'm sure that's where he'd go, to the water.
Can I think back? Did I see any 10-year-old boys at the mining camp?
Not that I mentioned. You can go ahead and roll a
Yeah, I want to see if
perception check, retroactive perception check.
22.
You're thinking back, and in the bunkhouse, not the bunkhouse, the mess hall.
Mm-hmm.
There was a little fella. You didn't think much of it, but it could have been a boy.
You know, now that you mention it, at the Burton mining camp, there was a younger fella. I don't know if he was 10 years old. He might have been older than that. I can't promise it was him, but there was a younger boy at the Burton mining camp. Your son ever say anything about wanting to strike out on his own and make his own way?
The woman says, "Well, boys.
Mining's hard work."
That damn fool," says the man, "mining."
I might not be him. I would check the cops first. Good luck to you. Say, you haven't happened to run across a man by the name of Tommy Lee or a man by the name of Lawrence, have you?
Don't ring a bell.
Yeah, it's all right. You know anything about Bad Bradley Bronson or Furious Tate?
You'll scare my wife.
Any news of Missy Calhoun in these parts?
The man shakes his head.
Well,
no sign of Bradley in a month or so. Good riddance.
Good riddance for sure. Have a nice day.
Thank you kindly, sir. Thank you.
Good luck with little Johnny. And I move on down the road. One of these days, One of these days, we'll find evidence of one person. But for now, we just need these two ruffians, these no good, double dealing, gambling fellers. We'll bring them back to River's End.
All right. How far can a horsey make it in a day? We thought about it. Calculated this, didn't we?
Yeah, so they got movement rate 18, so they can go 36 miles in a day if unencumbered.
Well, their encumbered movement rate is 18, right? Their base is 24.
Right, their base is 24, so when they're lightly encumbered, they can go 36 miles in a day. Right.
Okay. Okay. All right. The sun begins to set. And you can roll me one last perception check for the day.
25.
All right. You do spot some dust being kicked up on the horizon, just as the sun is setting in the distance.
All right. Well, if I don't see a better place to make a camp, I'll just move off to the side of the road 10 feet. Set up Winnie. Don't unsaddle her or anything. Take out a quarrel from my bandolier. Start loading the crossbow. Then I want to lean on the horse, looking over the saddle towards the way these people are coming with the crossbow in my hand. Kind of behind the saddle, so if need be, I can pop it up and fire. But I'm just looking over the stern of my horse.
A horse or a boat? All right. Yeah.
It's just a land boat, really.
Yeah. So, galloping toward you, you see a single figure atop a horse. Green cloak wafting in the wind. His hat is like on a string, flapping behind him.
Green hat?
You can't tell. It's behind him.
Okay. Let me know when he comes within like 100 feet so I can shout to him.
Yeah, he comes within 100 feet and starts to slow down.
Sebastian! Is that you?
He sort of pulls his horse up towards you. Roll a charisma check.
29.
You don't recognize this man. You're pretty sure he isn't Sebastian.
Hmm.
But you do recognize a familiar star on his lapel. Nah, ain't me. Branford's the name.
Branford?
Yeah.
You another ranger of these parts?
He stops and nods. You looking to take me out?
No, sir. I slowly draw my crossbow and take the bolt out and release the action. Put the quarrel back in the bandolier. And didn't know who's coming my way. Can never be too certain in these parts.
Narrows his eyes at you. Pulls his hat over top his head.
I expected to make the depot before sundown, but I missed it somehow. Is it still down the road?
You're nearly there. Just a couple miles. You catch any trouble along the road?
Missing boy, little Johnny. A couple of family from out west. Got a homestead out there, says he's missing. Man by the name of Colin got himself killed for stealing in the Burton Mining Company.
Sounds about right.
Oh, yeah.
No one on the roads, though?
Man on a donkey. Heavy set fella. Real pleasant like.
Yeah. Well, you take care now.
Say, you haven't run across a man named Tommy Lee or Lawrence, have you? Not expecting
What?
you to have.
Wanted men, I hear, right? I think I got a letter. Gamblers?
Pay. They got some outstanding gambling debts. Nothing worth your time.
He nods. Nah, haven't heard of him, save for the message I got a couple days ago.
Excellent. Well, you take care of yourself now.
He nods his head. Yeah.
I climb back up on Winnie, and I want to make it to this supply depot before sundown, so I'm going to book it.
Yeah. So, right around sundown, you pull into supply depot. A little more than a shack on the side of the road.
Excellent. First things first, ask if they have a well. I know I refreshed my water earlier today, but you can never refresh your water too often in the desert.
Yeah, there is a well and a hitching post out front.
Lovely. I hitched the hell out of that horse.
There's a porch and a man sitting in a rocking chair, crossbow across his lap.
Howdy. Hat tip.
Nods, spits, and continues chewing on a piece of wheat.
Okay. I water myself. I water Winnie. I stride over to the gentleman. Ask him if he... How many days of food do I have on me? I should have been marking this off. It's been 2 more days, so I have 14 here. I got 10 more days of food for the horse, too, so I'm alright, actually.
And Winnie's food, too?
Yeah, I got 10 days for Winnie's food and 14 days for my food. So I ask him if he's seen a pair of men come through here, maybe this time yesterday or the day before. One of them's got a long, slender face and a goatee. The other's got a scar across him, but no beard.
He sort of squints at you. Seen 2 men pass through today.
Goatee and scar?
Nope.
Headed north?
Nope.
You've seen 2 men traveling together coming north anytime in the last few days?
Don't reckon.
Shit.
Pretty quiet out here.
Well,
Much but the tumbleweeds.
maybe they didn't stop. Maybe they just rode on through in the night. Left day before yesterday. They left the Burton Mining Company. Suppose they would have left around midday or so. Don't reckon Lawrence would have come into town in the morning or in the evening. Probably came in partway through the day and left partway through the day, and it's been a day to get here, so they would have traveled by yesterday sometime. Maybe today. Took me almost a full day of journeying to get here, so hell, they might have come through here earlier today. You been out on this porch all day, son? Mister?
Yep. What's with all the numbers? He's some sort of mathematician?
If only. Well. You, this is a supply store, right? You got some crossbow bolts for sale?
Nope. He's got a crossbow on his lap.
I know. I got some shiny bits of gold if you happen to have some crossbow bolts. Quarrels.
He sort of gestures for you to come closer.
I'll go closer. I'm a little wary, though.
I'll sell you some bolts. He says 3 silver apiece.
Steep price.
Just don't tell Hampton. He'll get his panties in a bunch. He finds out I'm selling out here on his porch.
This ain't your store.
Nope.
Well then, mister. I'm sure I'll fetch a better price inside. But thank you for being honest, and I won't tell Hampton.
On the way out, it's 4 silver.
I can appreciate a shrewd businessman like yourself. You have yourself a deal, 4 silver on the way out. I'll head into the into the shack.
All right.
I love this guy.
All right. It's a small little store. Looks pretty empty, actually, even despite the small size.
Take my hat off walking in. And, Hampton?
Yes, a man stands up from behind the counter.
Oh!
Tall and slender.
You,
straightens his bow tie. Yeah, ooh, a little late.
Pardon the intrusion. You don't happen to have any crossbow bolts for sale, do you?
Nah, don't really carry many weapons around here. Mostly just rations, food, a few tools.
What about a couple of torches?
Wagon wheels. Got a few torches, sure.
Torches and a couple flasks of oil?
In the back. Yeah, let me see what I can do.
Give me 5 of each if you don't mind, please.
Whew. He walks around into a back room. Let me check. Damn near cleaning me out. Alrighty, let's see here.
Oh, that's only a good thing, right?
Why is lamp oil so damn cheap?
I don't know, man. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's like a copper for a thing.
6 copper, but still.
I mean, I guess the whaling industry is going really great. Or what else? Where do you get lamp oil, kerosene? It's refined out of petrol, right?
Typically, I think it would be like you said, like blubber. At this time period, I guess. Anyways, all right. That'll be 7 silver for the lot of it.
I toss him a gold and expect 3 silver back.
Makes you change.
1. Well, you don't happen to have a bit of shelter a traveler could rest on, do you?
Got a pair of bedrolls, maybe a tarp you could fashion into a tent. Keep the rain off real nice.
The rain? I haven't seen Lorraine in forever.
Can never be too prepared.
Oh, I think that's what every salesman says, but good on you.
I'll cut you a deal. I'll even sell you the poles. Got yourself a tent for 7 gold.
That's a rich one. No, thank you.
Your loss.
Hampton.
Need some feed for that horse out there?
Got over a week's worth of food on her already. But, you rest assured on my way back, I might be out of supplies and stopping by.
Say so.
Right. I walk back out, take a look at the guy with the crossbow on the porch, give him a hat tip. I'm not paying fucking 4 silver for a crossbow bolt. And, I love that guy. And, I'll walk Winnie down a little ways away from the watering hole, or the well, and make myself a little cozy home on the dirt floor. And I guess we're just going to have to continue north. Probably one of these guys didn't see these boys heading up here unless they traveled off and went in a different direction. But I haven't seen any other trails. Doesn't mean there aren't any, but I haven't seen any other trails. If they're not here... Alright, let's take a moment here. If I'm up here... They were last spotted in Burton. I'm here. So if they didn't make it all the way up here... They didn't go back, because I would have seen them on the road had they been going that direction. We would have passed each other. So if they honestly didn't make it to the station, then they have to be somewhere between here, unless they veered off on the road and went into the wilderness. If they went to the wilderness, there's no way I can find them. So either these guys are mistaken, and the pair did make it up north. You know what? I should go back inside and talk to Hampton. Double check. Make sure the guy on the porch ain't crazy. But either they skipped this station and avoided being seen, or they're in that corpse, because that's the only cover along this whole road. So I'm going to go back and talk to Hampton.
That corpse did make your hair stand on end.
There was something, yeah, there was something fishy about it, but I didn't... I'll go back and talk to Hampton.
All right, you go back inside.
Excuse me there. Your fella out on the porch said he didn't see no one coming through, but I just wanted to make a double check with you. You didn't spot a pair of fellas coming through here earlier today or yesterday. One of them's got a goatee and a slender face, goes by the name of Tommy Lee. The other's a clean-shaven sort of fella with a scar across him, goes by the name of Lawrence.
Don't sound familiar. No. Prospector came through yesterday. Ranger today.
The Rangers say where he was coming from?
North.
Figueroa
Road. Think we got a wagon shipment coming through soon. Making sure the road's clear. Warren's got a good eye. If he didn't see nothing, ain't nothing to see.
Right.
I don't think your men have been through here.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're not either. How far back is that corpse of trees?
Corpses?
Copse of trees.
Someone wind up dying in the desert again?
Shit, son, I ain't educated like you. How far back is that collection of trees near the water?
20 miles?
More than I can make before it's...
It's dark by now.
Yeah. Well, maybe a night ride is just what old Winnie needs for herself. Thank you kindly, gentlemen. $20 So I head back out and try and figure out how, if I ride back in the night, how will I be able to tell if I pass the copse of trees? Did the creek cross the road at any point?
Nope. All on the north side of the road, and it wasn't much of a creek. I mean, it only went about a couple hundred feet, basically to the length of the trees.
So if it's dark, I might not notice the trees. Well, the horizon's pretty... It's a pretty flat horizon to the east, isn't it? No, I guess there's those hills right there. If we look at the map, this direction, are there any hills or mountains that would like obscure the horizon?
No, mostly open desert.
Yeah. Okay, so if I'm riding along the road and I keep checking my right side, I should be able to see stars like out on the horizon. So if they start getting blocked, I might not be able to see the trees, but I might be able to see the lack of stars and know that I'm near the trees. Then again, there could be a lot of other obstructions along the way. I don't have an odometer on Winnie, do I?
Nope.
Okay. Because I kind of want to head back in the night and search out the trees, thinking that maybe they'll make a campfire and be able to spot them. Shit, maybe they gave me the slip. Should have checked out those trees a little bit more. Should have paid attention to the hairs on the back of my neck, but Roy's not that. Alright. We're gonna go around, we're gonna head back in the night. Maybe we can come upon them surprise-like.
All right. So after a bit of rest, some water, some oats, you saddle Winnie back up, turn her right around, ride her through the night. Is there any information on horse exhaustion?
No.
I think we're going at a pretty reasonable pace, so we can go at least the one night without much trouble.
So I'm going to turn around and head back to the place.
Yeah. It's probably a little slower going in the dark.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind going more slowly.
All right. Roll a horse riding check. You are surprised.
Ooh. Plus 13. 32.
Okay. You almost ride Winnie right into something, some critter blocking the path. I think you leap Winnie right over whatever this thing was. Winnie lets out a neigh, and you hear and all manner of confusion around you. Do you come to a stop? Do you keep
I come
riding?
to a stop.
Okay.
And I will immediately go for some sort of weapon. I guess I go for my whip. What is it that I am seeing?
It's dark. Some animal, maybe 3 feet high, at the shoulder, quadruped. There's a couple of shapes moving across the road in the darkness. You've spooked them, though, and they're taking off running.
Like quadrupeds, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll maybe crack my whip once to make sure to scare them off.
All right. You see the last of the shapes disappear off the road into the night. And the last one brushes past Winnie and spooks her. She bucks out with her hooves. You're riding in the dark, right?
Yeah.
No light.
No light. Don't want to let people know I'm coming.
Yeah. You're not sure what that was. Maybe a goat, perhaps an alpaca.
We'll find out.
How will you find out? They're gone and it's dark.
We'll never find out.
We'll never. A mystery it will remain.
Damn this world and its endless mysteries.
Now, if you don't get experience for defeating them, if you had cracked the whip before they ran,
man!
Maybe.
All right. Well, I keep going and I keep checking my right side for a tree line or an absence of stars. And I'm going fairly slowly, so I don't expect this for a long time. Yeah. What's the moon like?
My world is so random. I'm sure we established this last time, but it will be randomly generated again this time. It is almost.
Ooh, it's almost full.
Yeah, so you do have some good light.
Okay, so maybe I will even be able to see the trees by the moonlight.
Yeah. All right, roll a perception check.
Come on. Most important roll of the day. You can see the trees. Yes! Hopefully it's the trees.
No. You see a shape ahead, just off the road.
Shape?
A large blocky shape. Looks like a building.
No building along this road. The hell?
Hold on just a second.
I keep moving in that direction. Put my hand on my whip.
All right, you trot your horse direction. Okay, you approach. Um, get closer. It's sort of got a rounded top and a square base. Your eyes adjust in the moonlight.
Is it a tent or is it actual wood building?
Looks like it's made of wood and canvas. It appears to be a covered wagon pulled off the side of the road.
No campfire or anything?
No campfire. It's parked maybe 30 feet off the road on the left side.
Okay. I will leave it be. I don't want to bother those fine fellas. They're probably just hanging out, and they don't need to be woken up in the middle of the night just to be asked questions that they don't have answers to. Try to ask them if I pass the copse of trees. No, I'll leave them be. They'll probably be here tomorrow, at least when the sun comes up. So I'll keep going, keeping my eye out for trees.
All right. Roll a perception check.
Come on, this is the most important perception check of the day. 21.
All right.
One of these perception checks matters.
In the wee hours of the morning, illuminated by the moonlight, you see the faint outline of the willow trees off to your right. You're exhausted.
Yeah, I will
falling asleep on your horse.
slap myself in the face.
Maybe you should just curl up and take a nap under one of these trees and investigate in the morning.
Sounds great. Yeah, no, Roy. You can't. You gotta do this tonight. Come on. Tie up get off. Move Winnie near a tree. Tie her reins around something so she doesn't wander off.
Roll a perception check.
That's no tree. That's a space station.
No.
No. Natural one. Okay.
It's tree.
Okay, good. Then I'll
So you tie Winnie to the space station.
Yeah. I'll get my whip, get my lasso, and peer out through the trees looking for any sign of light.
No light.
I
Save the
sniff
moon.
air. Do I smell smoke? Fire?
Roll another perception check.
30.
Yeah, you catch a whiff of smoke on the breeze.
Someone's out
It's
here.
wet. It's maybe been out for some hours.
Does it smell like urine? Someone try and pee on the fire and put it out?
You know, you might smell some urine, but it's separate from the smoke.
Oh, that's probably me. Shit. All right, fine. Okay.
Nobody peed on this fire.
Good. Never pee on a fire to put it out, guys. Not if you have to sleep near it. Something I read online.
Not the campfire experience I was hoping for.
I'm gonna head down into the creek area.
Do you leave Winnie behind?
I do leave Winnie behind. I'm gonna go.
Blast off, Winnie in space!
Oh no! I'm gonna get down to the creek and carefully, really slowly, taking my time, make my way along the creek side. I don't want to walk like actually in the creek. Rocks there are probably unsteady. I want to walk just on the side of, just on the road side of the creek.
Okay, say that again. You walk to the creek and...
I walk along the road side of the creek, slowly and carefully, trying to listen for the sounds of people sleeping, or snoring, or any sort of movement. It's quiet out here in the desert, so I'm trying to...
You rolled a 20, so you can hear a couple of things going on. So as you're walking along the creek, what about your left ear, you catch sounds of irregular sounds of water. So it sounds like an animal or something moving in the river. So there's the steady flow of the creek, but also intermittent splashing. And off to your right, you do hear some snoring.
I hunker down real low and keep my eyes peeled towards the sounds of something moving through the water.
Your eyes.
I keep my eyes peeled in the direction of where I heard the sounds of something moving through the water. And I keep my whip out and ready it for something.
Can't see much, but your vision, I mean, it's pitch black,
Right.
save for the star and the moonlight.
Right, but I'm
And
in the shade of the
you're-
trees, so it's going to be dark.
Yeah, and your vision is obscured by the weeping willows.
Okay. I'll just crouch there for maybe a full minute, waiting to see if anything becomes more discernible.
Nothing approaches you, and it's really hard to make anything out of
Right.
the sound of the spaceship launching behind you.
Right. Okay, I'm
Sorry.
gonna
Breaking immersion. Gotta get back to my cat noises. Sorry.
I'm gonna head in the direction of the snoring sound. Is that on the other side of the river or creek?
No, it's on your side of the creek.
Perfect.
You walk back almost right next to Winnie. You find a tent and a donkey tied up on the far side of the tent. There's the remains of a campfire.
Donkey. Sounds like the gentleman I passed earlier in the day. Can I tiptoe around? And I should have asked when I was leaving the mining camp if they had any animals with them. It would have been brilliant, but no, I didn't. I'm bad at investigating. I guess I'm gonna try and tiptoe. Winnie's at the edge of the woods, so does this mean the camp is at the edge of the woods, or is it like actually in the woods?
It's in the woods, but at the edge.
Okay.
Not 30 feet from Winnie. Roll another perception check.
23.
All right. You spot a couple of forms laying down on the ground.
A couple of
Correct.
forms.
Yeah, near the camp, near the smoldering remains of the campfire.
Okay, so I'm going to put my whip back on side, take out my lasso in my left hand, draw my dagger in my right hand, and I want to creep up to one of the forms on the ground. If I can figure out which side is head, which side is tails or legs, and I want to just rest my knife against the neck of one of the creatures on the ground.
All right.
Maybe this is where we take our break.
Perfect. See you guys on the other side.